Oh my gosh. Wow. Today's a big day. Facebook is no longer Facebook. If that sounds confusing, then you'll understand exactly what I mean in 1 second. But Facebook made a major decision today that has multi billion-dollar implications. And I'm going to talk to you about Facebook and the big rebranding effort that Facebook is making and give you the background of all this in 1 second. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that you have to be B1. B1 means black first. That means that we put ourselves at the top of our priority list. Our community matters more than anything and anybody else, and we take care of our own. If you agree with the philosophy, put a hashtag B1 in the chat. Hashtag B and the number one, B1, or hashtag Black First. That's another hashtag you can use as well. Use that hashtag on social media. So let's get started. How many of you heard about Facebook changing their name? Did anybody hear about that? Facebook made a major move in rebranding, and I'm gonna give you the real reason behind why I believe Facebook did all this in 1 second. Let me just give you the backdrop. So Facebook is no longer Facebook, which is crazy, absolutely crazy that Facebook would just, that's massive. I thought this was, when they talked about possibly changing their name, I thought it was going to be, like 3 years from now. It, they did it today. Facebook on Thursday announced, according to CNBC, that it has changed its name to Meta, META. The name change, which was announced at the Facebook Connect Augmented and Virtual Reality Conference, reflects the company's growing ambitions beyond social media. The rebranding also comes after the company has dealt with the barrage of news reports over the past month, stemming from whistleblower Frances Haugen's trove of internal documents. So Facebook has made a major move. I mean, this is big. So Facebook is now going to be called Meta, which is driven by Mark Zuckerberg's extreme interest in the metaverse. The metaverse is coming. Do you hear me when I tell you the metaverse is coming? And what is the metaverse? Well, the metaverse, and we've talked about that here, and I've told you guys this is big. The metaverse is basically like this 3D world where right now, you put on your Oculus glasses and it allows you to go into this virtual world and you can be like a flying dragon that goes to cocktail parties. It is so much fun. In fact, how many of you, give me a yes or no, how many of you have ever done anything on the metaverse to this point? How many of you have ever been to the metaverse? I mean, this like ask you if you've ever been to a trendy club. How many of you have been to the metaverse before? Give me a yes or no if you've been to the metaverse at any point in your short or your long life. Let me know. Come on. Come on. Let's see here. Give me a yes or no. How many of you have been to the metaverse? Okay, not yet, says Fern. Philip says, yep. Rufus says no. Okay, somebody said, huh? Okay, what's the metaverse? Well, the metaverse is just a cool place, man. The metaverse is like this place where you can go and you put on these Oculus glasses or some of the 3D glasses, and you can like meet your friends in this 3D world. And it feels so real. Let me just tell you, me and my wife went to the metaverse. We hang out in the metaverse. We do all kinds of freaky stuff in the metaverse. And sometimes when I travel, I'll put on my Oculus glasses. She would have her on her Oculus glasses. And we got together with our little avatar. She made her avatar look cute. This cute little red bone. And she actually looked real cute in the metaverse. And I was a little nerdy looking guy with glasses and a goatee. And we put our goggles on. And the first time we did it, we just sat there and we kept looking at each other. And we really felt like we were in the same room. So we met in this little room where you could go be in the room, you could play games, you can watch a movie together. You can we decided to watch a movie. I said, what do you want to do, babe? And she said, let's watch a movie. Let's watch There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. And I said, I said, who is Daniel Day-Lewis, and what is There Will Be Blood? I've never heard of this movie, right? So my wife and I watched this Daniel Day-Lewis movie, which was really good, and we had to pay real money. And this is why Zuckerberg's in this space. This is what's getting Zuckerberg's attention. We paid real money to watch this movie in the metaverse. And the cool thing about watching this movie in the metaverse was that we could pick wherever we wanted to watch it together. So our little avatars met in the metaverse, and we were sitting on the side of this building in New York City watching There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. And it was in the projector of the movie. The movie was projected on the side of a gigantic building. So you really felt like you were really outside on the roof of a building watching a movie on the side of a building. And then you could hit another button where I said, let's get another background. So we picked another background and we were on the surface of Mars. We were literally watching a movie on the surface of Mars. Where in the hell else can you watch a movie on the surface of Mars other than in the metaverse? So this thing that Zuckerberg is doing, it's a big deal. I mean, it's not a game. I mean, Facebook is a company that makes more money than Pablo Escobar and Jesus put together. They know where the world is going, and the world is headed to the metaverse. And what Zuckerberg has been saying, which I agree 100%, is that the metaverse is going to be the new social media. So now, instead of you meeting Dr. Boyce, online where I'm talking to you or writing an article that you can read or doing audio, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be there. It'll really be me, like in that metaverse. And I just love that shit, man. I think that stuff is so much fun. I think it's awesome that the world's going in that direction. I think the next step beyond that might be holograms and augmented reality and just all these really exciting things that are happening. And so these are huge investment opportunities. There's real money being made in the metaverse. I bet you it's close to $1 trillion a year being made in the metaverse by now, probably more than that, because companies like Grand Theft Auto or companies like Rockstar Games that makes Grand Theft Auto, they create this metaverse reality. And in this metaverse reality, you actually buy real stuff. They give you this little credit card where you can like buy stuff with the credit card, right? So what they'll do is they'll say, in Grand Theft Auto, and my wife and I, we actually just bought a PlayStation. We're gonna play Grand Theft Auto because it's a lot of fun. And in GTA, you can get a credit card, and with this credit card, they'll be like, okay, you want to buy a $2 million Lamborghini? And you'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, oh, well, the credit, well, that'll be, $20 in the real world, right? So you pay $20 in real world money, and it gives you this $2 million Lamborghini. So ultimately, what they've done is they've monetized the metaverse. And the people who get to the metaverse first are the ones who will make the most money. And that's the reason why I think that anybody who's investing should pay attention to what's happening in the metaverse. I'm not telling you that this is obviously the be all end all or anything like that, but I will say that I think it's just the beginning. And I think Facebook is way ahead of the curve. I'm shocked that they're making such a drastic move on this, though. That's really surprising to me. But I bet you that they're going to be making an absolute killing in this space within the next couple of years. Okay, so anyway, that's what's been going on. My Instagram, by the way, is the Real Boyce Watkins. Hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And also, you guys know right now we are having the All Black National Convention in Orlando. A lot of you are coming to Orlando. Some of you are not. If you live near or you want to fly down, you should. We're actually almost sold out of tickets, though, to be honest with you. But I think we might have a few more left, and I know we're definitely sold out of vendor spots. And I think speed dating is full. We're doing speed dating on Friday. I think that's kind of full because I guess everybody, is trying to get a hookup with whatever. But hopefully you're looking for healthy relationships, but I ain't here to judge. And so if you want to join us, feel free to go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's the URL, allblacknationalconvention.com. We get started tomorrow night. It's going to be a blast. And this is for us, by us. And it's designed to make Black people better, to help us win. So anyway, guys, Paige says, so I guess my question is going to go unanswered. Yeah, there's a lot of questions in here, but the best way to get your question answered is just ask it again. Like if I miss it, just put it in there again. Because if you say, well, did you see my question? I'll be like, no, I didn't see your question. But then I'll be answering the question by answering the question about the fact that I didn't answer your question in the first place. Do you see what I mean? You see how recursive that can become and how confusing that can get. All right. So anyway, love you guys. Please have a good day. And also, let me just say this about Facebook. One more thought about this is that Facebook it is a company that is super smart, and the part of the reason I believe they're rushing this announcement forward, I bet you that if that controversy hadn't occurred last week, if they hadn't had the whistleblower just kind of blow up their whole spot last week, I believe Facebook would not have made this announcement for at least another year. I believe Facebook made this announcement early because they wanted to distract the public from all the chaos that's been coming out about their stock. I mean, about their company. Basically, the whistleblower, her name's Frances. I have to get out of the habit of calling all the white women Becky. So anyway, the Facebook whistleblower is her. Yeah, her name is Frances Haugen, and she's very upset about her role at the company and what they allegedly did and everything else. And again, remember though, she probably made millions of dollars from Facebook. So, somebody who made millions of dollars, like doing the thing that they're now claiming is horrible and unethical, it sounds like they're settling the score. Honestly, when you do that kind of thing, it doesn't make you look so good. It makes you look kind of nasty and unloyal, but whatever, I'm not judging. That's their business. So this lady's been kind of going through doing the rounds and really doing all she can to harm and destroy Facebook. And to some extent, some of it's actually working. Like she's really been painting them in a bad light, and the company's stock price has felt a little bit of the hit, right? It hasn't been, absolutely body slammed, but you can kind of see a little bit of an effect in terms of the fact that, if you've been a Facebook stockholder over the last 6 months, you haven't actually had positive returns. You've had a negative return, but it's not been massively negative. It's been like 2% or something like that, right? So to some extent, Facebook's pretty Teflon, right? A lot of this stuff doesn't really stick. Their investors really don't give a shit if you feel like they are rude or mean or racist, or if you feel like they're Trump supporters, or if you feel like they're Biden supporters. They don't care. They just want to make their money. But where you can actually see a little bit of an effect is that if you look at Facebook stock, you'll notice that it's been kind of in the red. It really hasn't. It really hasn't done what a lot of people would expect it to do. But then again, there are other companies like Amazon that have also been in the red during this time, right? So it's not to say that Facebook is by itself, and with all the slamming that's been done on Facebook stock, you would expect, or on the company and the reputation of the company, you would probably expected a bigger stock price impact than what you're seeing right there, right? So that little 2% dip isn't that much. I think they had a little bit of an upward blip as a result of this announcement about the metaverse. But if you compare Facebook over the last 6 months to say Microsoft, you'll see Microsoft has been killing the game. Microsoft's been an absolutely murderous stock. I think the last 6 months, you would have made 28% on Microsoft year to date. They're 48% up, and I think Microsoft's market cap is $2.43 trillion. So they're a company that kind of gets it right. So to some extent, Facebook is not as strong as the other FANG stocks. Even Netflix, I don't even think it's doing as well as Netflix has been doing. But at the same time, it's not been sort of the calamity, the colossal, end of the world scenario that this lady probably hoped for. And let me just tell you this: Zuckerberg and his crew, the way they're handling this is they're basically using the weapon of mass distraction. They're basically saying, okay, instead of us dwelling on what this lady said and dwelling on defending ourselves, we'll defend ourselves behind closed doors. They got to go before Congress. The regulators are definitely going to be calling. They've got anger from the liberals who are mad because they've made so much money, and anger from the conservatives who are mad because they feel like they've suppressed their freedom of speech. Both the liberals and the conservatives are right. There's no question, right? The rich are certainly getting richer. They don't pay their fair share in taxes. So the liberals are right about that. The conservatives are right that there's a lot of censorship that just didn't make much sense. So I agree with the conservatives on that. But at the end of the day, Facebook's going to keep trucking. They're going to keep making their money. And the announcement of this metaverse thing, which I think is just freaking awesome, to be honest with you, is literally driven by their desire to make sure that you're not thinking about the past, that you're looking at the future. And this is what the future looks like. So I encourage you to kind of dig into the metaverse a little bit, maybe get you some 3D glasses, try it out. Maybe at Christmas time, there'll be a new model coming out. I'm going to teach a class in the metaverse so we can all hang out together. And I just think it's going to be just a hell of a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. Also, allblacknationalconvention.com. You can join us directly or you can join us virtually. So we get started Friday. So you can go to allblacknationalconvention.com to take a look at the 61 Black experts and speakers that we're bringing together to figure out how to move our people forward. We're looking at our future as well. And maybe we'll have part of our future in the metaverse. Maybe one day we'll have an A, B, and C in the metaverse. I don't know. I'm just thinking it might be kind of fun, right? And also, my website is boycewatkins.com. So if you go to boycewatkins.com, you can get a free e-copy of my book, and I'll email you tons and tons of free financial thinking and information and knowledge and financial literacy. So feel free to go to boycewatkins.com. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Please have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. It's time for my nap. Love you. See you soon. Peace.